Manchester
United for life, for life.
Manchester
United for life.
After you lost Arsenal at home, all your fans were expecting that you are going to win against Fulham. You went and got a point. Manchester United won, Fulham won. How was the game?
They have a very bad game actually. The game was very bad. Because like what I said yesterday, I didn't expect anything less than winning. Anything less than winning is not a good game. So they have a very bad game actually.
During the week, you talked about your finishings, which you said it has been one of the problems of Manchester United. And today, you missed a lot of chances. Considering that you signed a lot of attacking-minded players, do you think that Manchester United still have that scoring goal problem?
For now, we say yes actually. Though my main issue for me is the midfield actually, which has been a major problem for us for some past years now. Our midfield has not been there. Even the goal they score, if it's a better forward in that position, Fernandes will have followed Smith's role. You see him coming, but he just feel reluctant. But a very good midfielder will just follow him, not to allow him to have that free chances. Though we miss a lot of chances, but even in the second half, the midfield is not playing anything. The chances is not even coming again. So I think the major problem is the midfield, not the front. Talking
about the midfield, do you think that your coach made a mistake by withdrawing Casemiro into that midfield and bringing in Zesco and Dalot? Do you think your coach made a mistake?
Definitely yes. The draw of this game I will put it to the coach because I still expect the same team that play for half to play to some minutes before he even start doing a sub. And when they want to do a sub, we don't even need Ungate or Dalot. At that moment, we don't need Ugarte or Dalot. We see even apart from maybe Fernandes does not follow his rolling, the goal they scored is an error from Dalot. So we don't need Dalot actually. The coach is at fault with this game.
Let's get into the game. You scored first after a disappointing first half because Manchester United were not at their best, even though they had the highest chances in the first half, but they were not at their best in the first half. Then you scored in the second half. Everyone was expecting that Manchester United is going to pick all 3 points. Then at the end of the day, like I said, your midfield collapsed and Fulham took over the midfield. What do you think? Do you think that Manchester United players are not committed, or is there any technical problem that you think that is the problem of Manchester United assistants?
The problem is not that they are not committed. The problem is we don't have the right player at the midfield. Like I always said, Casemiro is old. He doesn't have the leg to cover the space. But he's still giving the best and won't come into the midfield. But our coach make a lot of mistakes bringing Ugarte in. There's nothing Ugarte is adding to that team actually. There's nothing. I expect people like Mino to even come in and do some things. But I don't know the issues the coach has with Mino that he's not even using him at all. But that midfield is out of it actually. Yeah, because Fernandes alone cannot play it, and at some point, I believe the coach should just consider going for market to buy a new midfield, a forward that can even hold the ball very well. If not, the season is very long. We can't cope with this midfield.
Mbeumo was one of the players Manchester United fans expected to come in during the transfer window, and finally you got him today. How was Mbeumo's performance?
To me, Bruno played very well. The issue in this team is not about Bruno playing, but Koeman played very well. Even Sesko, when he came in, he has some touches. But the issue is we don't have the midfield to even play with the strikers. We don't have at all. You see at some point they will make some passes, no midfield there. They are just looking as if they are not even on the field. Ugarte, when he came in, he didn't do anything in this team all through the minute Ugarte played. There's nothing he did to this team except a foul.
Talking about having a midfield problem, you have Messi Mount in that midfield, you have Casemiro in that midfield, you have Fernandes in that midfield, you have Dalot also in midfield, you also have Mino also a midfielder. What I'm looking at is, didn't you think that your coach should have considered not taking Mount away in that game, considering that the midfield is not as strong as he wants the midfield to be? Don't you consider that he should have not taken that? He should have not substituted Mount in that game?
Definitely, I didn't expect him to remove Mount from Ugarte because at some point the midfield has collapsed already. Fernandes is not a player that can mark, so the only person that can mark is Mount. So I even expect him to bring someone like remove someone like maybe Shaw and bring Mino in, because the issue we have is we don't have a holding midfielder. Presently, like the only holding midfielder we have is a very useless player, which is Ugarte. which is doesn't add anything to the team. So like what I said, the draw of this game is to the coach.
Your captain, Fernandez. I can't remember the last time I saw him miss a penalty. Today, he missed a penalty when it mattered.
It do happen in football, but to me, the reason why I just see Fernandez miss that penalty, I don't give excuse for that, but he shouldn't have even done that. When they blew the penalty, he have issue to play the penalty once, but because he and ref have collusion, he just decided to just pick the ball again up and just all those kind of things. So it's a very bad penalty kick from someone like him. A very bad penalty kick.
Is it pressure? Or what? What is the problem? Is it that he's under pressure to deliver for Manchester United, or what?
I don't think he's under any pressure. He's not under. The season just started, so he's not under any pressure. I just feel like sometimes you should just learn to just step away from some things.
Just a point in 2 games. What does this mean to Manchester United?
It's a bad result actually, but I hope the coach will fix the team problem. It's a bad decision actually. The season is very long. If you keep on playing like this, like what I said against Arsenal, that if they can maintain their tempo, which the mistake the coach make against Arsenal, you play a very compact midfield. Everybody's playing through the midfield. But now when it comes to FULHAM, it's a different information actually. All of them are playing through the wing, which can't work because we have a problem in the midfield. So it is the only solution is you bring all the players together to solve that problem. But instead, you just left the midfield on their own, so it can't work actually.
Going forward, what must Manchester United do to improve the team?
They need to bring in a midfielder. I've been saying this for a very long time.
You have bought a lot of players in the past which did not deliver. Don't you think that the coach should work with the players that he has in the team?
You work with players we have.
If you are talking about, maybe let's say talk about holding midfielder, Minor can play as a holding midfielder if deployed in that position.
This is very simple. Since you choose not to use Minor, then you should let the guy go and bring the player he wanted to use. Because I don't see the reason why we be having the same issue every season. Last season we have the issue. Our issue is not even the front or the back. It's the midfield. You just discover the midfield are not playing anything. The midfield, and once the midfield is not playing in the football team, forget. That's all.
So, are you now talking about midfield now? We watched your coach. He partnered in that front line. He partnered Mount, Mbemo, and the Kunha. Do you think that he should consider in the next game to play maybe Casemiro, Fernandez, and the Mount in that midfield?
Definitely, we expect him to play. The only issue is that the coach is very adamant to his information. He's not ready to change his information. But sometimes I think he should consider using 4-3-3, or he should use the information he's even using in Europe. Because I discover Ugarte play very well anytime he and Casemiro is on the field. Because once you have someone that can direct you, be there for you, you can step away. He play very well. So you should maybe consider using both of them in the match, or if not, change information sometimes, because that midfield is lacking a lot.
But that midfield is that particular formation, 3-4-3, is the formation he has been using at Sporting, and which he used to win, I think, the league with Sporting. So why do you think that he should change it? Is it that it will not work in Premier League, or what do you think that he should change?
It's not that it will not work in Premier League. Like, I'm not this kind of someone that like coach to change a pattern for player. But sometimes you just have to consider a lot of things because formation is always based on even players. Because are this player capable? Are they ready to play this kind of things? Can they adapt to this kind of thing? Since it's not working, maybe you should try other options. If not, maybe you should bring the player that can play his pattern, especially that midfield. The only thing they need to fix right now is that midfield, nothing else.
So, what Manchester United must fix is the midfield.
The midfield.
As it stands, Manchester United only 1 point, like I said, after 2 games. Do you think that this type of result will drop the confidence of the players in the team?
I believe they should just learn from it and try to step up their game. Everybody have a bad day, but the issue is just that when you make a mistake, are you ready to correct your mistake and work towards to become the best of yourself? If not, this will keep on happening.
So I thank you.
Yes, sir.